Rainollon here. Today is yet again at the build showcase, and it's Phage. Today I'm going to show you 3 builds. One is for new players and the other 2 is for Steel Path. So, let us immediately start. Let's start with the new player setup first and the mods. The mods I will highly recommend new players to use are these mods right here. You're going to go for Hell Chamber and Vigilate Ornaments for multi-shot. You're going to shoot a bunch of projectiles. Scaring Inferno for heat / chance. Chill Grass for cold. Cold and heat gives you blast. Blast is going to help you with single target DPSing and clear. Point Blank for increased damage. Shotgun Barrage for fire rate. Contagion Spread for Toxin. Toxin Barrage for Toxin / chance. We have a bunch of Toxin. Toxin is quite good. It's good against Corpus. You bypass their shield. And it's a very good damage over timer. And you're going to proc a bunch of Toxin with this. And that's it. We have Blast for bursting and clearing. Toxin for single target DPSing. And Viral to complement these two. For the actual weapon adapters of mods, I will highly recommend for you to go. It's going to be Sinister Reach for beam range. Your beam range is going to be slightly bigger, and it's quite noticeable. And that's it. Those are the mods I will highly recommend new players to use. And now it's time for the Steel Path builds. Alright, for the second setup, this is the Corrosion Heat setup. The mods I'm using here, we have Galvanized Hell for multi-shot. Galvanized Savvy for stat chance direct damage, Shotgun Elementalist for 9% stat damage. This is a multiplicative damage increase for our damaging elements, and we will proc a bunch of heat, so this is quite good, and it also gives you magazine capacity. Shell Shock, Electricity chance, Toxin Barrage, Toxin chance, Toxin Electricity gives you corrosion. Magnetic Strike for magnetic, right over here, also gives you fire rate. Incendiary Code for heat, Blaze for heat increased damage, and this makes heat the highest damage type. We want heat to be the highest damage type, so heat procs more often compared to corrosion, viral, magnetic. And that's it. Those are the mods. For the actual weapon adapters of mods, I will highly recommend for you to go. It's going to be Galvanized Acceleration for beam range. For the Arcane, Primary Crocs is by far the best in slot. On a weak point hit, you gain 30% stash chance and 6% ammo efficiency for 10 seconds. Stacks up 10 times, that's 300% stash chance, which helps this weapon quite a lot. And it also gives you a very good ammo economy. That's the Arcane. For the stats, fire rate is very good, multi-shot is good, magazine size is good, maximum ammo from pickup is good, reload is average, accuracy is high, trigger is hold, 25 beam range, Riven Dispo, I really don't know, it's all up to you. I will maybe turn it into a hybrid, get like a critical chance, critical damage multi-shot, remove magnetic strike for it, something like that. Critical chance is slightly below average, critical damage is average, stat chance is slightly above average, and total damage is slightly above average. And that's it. Those are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the final setup. For the final setup, this is the Blast Toxin setup. The mods I'm using here, we have Frigid Blast for cold and chance, Blaze for increased damage and heat, heat and cold gives you blast. We have Contagion Spread for Toxin, Toxin Barrage for Toxin chance, Toxin is the highest damage type, very good DOT, very good against Corpus, and that's it. Everything else here is exactly the same. For the actual weapon adapter, Galvanized Acceleration for beam range, Arcane, still Primary Crocs, stats, instead of Corrosion Heat, it's Blast Toxin. That's it. Those are stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you all these builds against the units. Alright, let's start. This is the new player setup, so I'm going to spawn level 40, regular star chart, Orc Brigade dudes. No buffs or armor strip. I will aim down sight, hold left click, and everything will just die in seconds. Blast is going to help you with single target DPSing and clear, and Toxin is also there for single target DPS. As you can see, the clear is pretty solid. Boop. There you go. That's the new player setup. Now for the Steel Path builds, I will switch to Corrosion Heat next. Now I will spawn level 205, Steel Path, Orc dudes. Aim down sight yet again. Get some Galvanized Hell stacks, Savvy stacks, Primary Croc stacks. Once you do that, I will switch to these boys next. 1.3 million. 873,000. 1 million heat tick. It's disgusting. So if something survives, the heat is just going to destroy them in seconds. It's nasty, truly nasty. That's the Corrosion Heat setup. Now for the final setup. Blast Toxin. This one is slightly weaker when it comes to single target DPSing, but it has blast, which will help you with clear. You will see a bunch of blast procs once I get some stacks. It's constantly detonating, as you can see. That will help you with clear, especially if you use some buffs. When it comes to single target DPSing, the ticks from Toxin still work, as you can see. It's still like ticking really well. And that's it. Those are 3 builds. Now it's time for me to show you one of these builds against Steel Path, and I will use the Toxin Blast setup. So, let's go. And we are in. I am up against the corrupted enemies at the Void. Steel Path, of course. It's survival. The map is called Mod. Going to show you this build here. This is the Blast Toxin setup for clear. I do like my Blast procs. The Blast procs are not like mind-blowing high, like heavy hitters, but they do constantly proc, which helps a ton with clear. As you can see, you only see numbers. I don't need to use any buffs. The weapon is like absolutely fine without buffs. I will use some buffs against the Acolytes. Acolytes kinda... how should I say this? Heavy status weapons are kinda extremely weak against Acolytes. Oof. The Xmas Overguard breaks in seconds thanks to magnetic procs. For a old beamer, it's still very good. It's one of the strongest single target beamers for elemental procking. Still is. Years ago it got like buffs, slight changes, and it made it much better. It used to be like a okayish beamer. After the changes, it became like a very good beamer. For the old gun, very good still. Over here, Toxin procs, Blast procs. Look over there, look over here. The classic. Of course, this won't change your Incarnons. Incarnons are still the strongest power creep weapons. But it's overall a solid beamer. Oof. That Xmas enemy despawned. This one as well. Gone. Those blast procs, man. They truly help. Oh! Here he comes. Time for me to use some buffs. I will armor strip the guy as well. 1, 2... Let's see. Where is he? Yep, it's horrible against single target, against adaptation style resistance enemies. It's horrible. You can only proc 4 stacks of elements, which kinda kills the purpose of these weapons. But bosses and mini bosses that you can generate a ton of status procs, oof, that will be amazing. Against these guys, Arcane fight, fragmented one, everything like that. All those units have like infinite stacks of DR per element. Where is he? There you are. Are you done? Can I kill you, please? What? And there you go. Alright, that's it. Time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you go, that's Phage. It's still very good. I will highly recommend the weapon and the builds. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.